Hey, welcome to mattdavisyoga.com. This is a 60-minute all levels vinyasa flow class. I really appreciate you joining me. Let's do some yoga. So as I sit here, Anna Winter, the editor of Vogue, is sat across the street from our apartment having lunch at a restaurant. It's very distracting, and I was really struck when I saw her of like how struck I was, really. I was like, oh my God, that's Hannah Winter. And it made me think a lot about yoga and about how yoga gives us this sense of calm and balance, right? So we're all supposed to feel that we're good enough and that we are living our best lives and so on. But I am still capable of being completely knocked backwards when there's a celebrity within 20 feet of me, particularly an A-list celebrity. So I don't know, let's all think about that while we do some yoga. I think my goal today is to calm down, and noticing that I've become destabilized by that sort of starstruck moment, I'm going to try to bring my attention back to my breath. And I invite you to join me in our celebrity-struck world. So inhaling deeply all the way into the lower belly and really kind of exhaling with that slight constriction in the throat. So we're making ourselves aware of the noise of our breath, right? Let's do it. If your eyes remain open, I would invite you to potentially soften your gaze. If there's a comfortable position that your eyes can adopt, you may do so. But let's bring that focus inward as we breathe. And let's just enjoy a few minutes here together with our breath. Is there anything I notice about my mind as I focus on my breath? Does my mind slow down or speed up? I'm wondering whether celebrities breathe differently. Of course they don't. We all breathe the same way. For more balance, I'm just bringing the thumb to my right nostril to close it, placing the peace fingers between my eyes. And I'd invite you to join me in some shoulder breath. Closing one nostril and then exhaling, inhaling. Inhaling right. Closing the right nostril and exhaling left. I'm trying to keep my breathing at an even and moderate pace, and I'd invite you to join me in the Nadi practice. So if it feels comfortable for you, to join me in that left, right breathing, and then potentially if you'd like to add in a pause at the top, just to hold the breath before coming out. I'll let you take this at your own pace. I'm going to take 3 or 4 rounds myself. I'm exhaling on the left side to finish that Medishona practice. And I invite you to join me there when you are ready. Hands facing up to the sky. Just bringing the left shoulder in contact or close to the left ear. And bringing that head back and around. So right ear, exhaling forward. Inhaling another round. Just exploring the sensations in the neck. Noticing any loosening maybe going on. Then changing direction on the inhale. Right ear to right shoulder and around. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. One last inhale to the right shoulder, right ear, and exhaling back. And then bring the head back to the even line. Inhale, right arm going high, left arm just supporting on the left side, and really noticing the stretch in the right side body as I bring that right arm overhead. Inhaling all the way into that shape. And exhaling. Maintaining that connection with my breath. Maintaining that stability. Maintaining that groundedness through both sit bones. Changing arms. And back to center. I invite you to join me in a comfortable tabletop position. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the line of the hips. Inhaling just to raise the gaze for a cow pose and exhaling over into cat. Taking these movements intuitively with your breath. I trust your judgment. If you feel you need a slightly deeper exploration of these postures, or slightly more shallow and gentle today, it's your practice. I invite you to take it at your pace. Maybe adding any intuitive movements that come to you. I'm extending my right leg behind me and just bring the ball of the right foot to the ground as I extend the left arm forward. Just rocking back and forth on that right leg with the breath. And then on the inhale, bringing that right leg up to extend. And exhaling to meet in the middle. Inhale for the extension. And exhale, meeting in the middle. Again, inhaling and exhaling, meeting in the middle. And back to a comfortable tabletop. Bringing the left ball of the left foot there and the right arm extended. Just breathing into the extended left leg here. Inhaling to raise that left leg up and exhaling to meet in the middle. Inhale on for length. Exhale for a meeting. Inhale for length. And exhale to meet in the middle. Good. And then a comfortable tabletop once again. One or two more cat-cows here just to warm up the back. To find ourselves grounded on the mat. And then coming over into our first downward dog of the day. Taking this at your pace, so if this is comfortable, then really arriving in the space, perhaps pedaling up one foot and then the other. If this is uncomfortable, then just being aware of that discomfort and not judging it. I like to keep my knees bent so that I can keep the belly in contact with the upper thighs. Just breathe nice and deeply into the shape. And then I'm walking forward one foot at a time, just to end up in a forward fold. And I'm hanging heavy over those legs, really relaxing and enjoying the sensations in the legs. Inhaling deeply.
And exhaling deeply. Inhaling all the way into the low belly, mid belly and upper chest. And exhaling all the way out. Perhaps bringing my hands to opposite elbows just so I can deepen that stretch, arrive more fully into my forward fold today. And then inhaling slowly to rise up, as if we're coming up with the crown of the head, the last thing to arrive. Just comfortably arriving in a Tadasana pose. I'm enjoying the grounding of my feet, so they're hip width apart, they're grounded. I'm feeling that connection between the body and the mat, feeling my presence in the space, feeling the breath, filling the container, so into the low belly, mid belly, and the upper chest. Choosing to set my intention here, something I want to make happen in my practice today. I invite you to join me and set your intention. Remembering that there is no right intention. There's no wrong intention. The practice of focusing our intention is the point. Inhale, arms rising overhead. Exhale, folding forward at the hips. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. I can almost balance a glass of water on my back here. As I exhale, the right leg goes back, dropping the knee and untucking the toes. I'm inhaling to rise my hands up high. Anjaneyasana. Exhale. And inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, and upper chest. Exhale, framing the front foot, bringing it to the back, downward facing dog, and rolling forward into a plank pose. And then exhaling knees first, then the chest and the chin. Inhale for a baby cobra, and exhaling over, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, stepping that right foot through, left knee drops, left toes untuck. Allows us to inhale up into our Anjaneyasana. Very nice. Deep breath here. And on the exhale, framing that right foot, bringing the left foot to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, and exhale. And then arms rising overhead. And meeting in prayer at heart center. Once again, reconnecting with our intention. Inhale, arms rising overhead. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Left leg coming back this time. Dropping the left knee, untucking the left toes. Inhaling up into Anjaneyasana. Really welcoming the sun. Feeling the body warming up. Perhaps tension moving within the body. Exhale, framing that right foot, bringing it to meet the back foot, down facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward. And exhaling knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhaling over into downward facing dog. Inhaling my left leg, rising, keeping my left toes square to the mat. And exhaling, stepping that through, untucking the right toes. And inhaling for Anjaneyasana once again. Nice deep stretch here. An opening in the hip, perhaps. Exhaling to frame the left foot and bringing the right foot to meet it. Hanging heavy in forward fold. I invite you to rise up with me. And if it feels good, bringing the hands to heart center. And just noticing how the energy is moving within the body. Inhaling, arms to rise up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, right leg comes back, keeping the right knee lifted this time. Keeping the right heel lifted as I rise up into a lunge. So that whole right leg is engaged. My spine is kind of breathing the navel towards it, and my hips are square, so that I'm in a nice lunge position, nice high lunge. It's as if someone is pulling the solar plexus up towards the ceiling gently with a very delicate string. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly and upper chest. And then exhaling to frame that left foot, bringing it to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhaling, rolling forward. And exhaling, knees, chest and chin. Inhaling for baby cobra. And exhaling over, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg going high. And exhale, right leg stepping through. Left heel remaining lifted. So that I can inhale on the other side in that high lunge shape. Good. And again, checking in with our alignment. So navel pulling in towards the spine. That back heel is lifted. The entire left leg is engaged. And I can really lift evenly with the hips square into that nice high lunge. Inhaling, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. And exhaling to frame the front foot, bringing the left foot to meet it. And hanging heavy in forward fold. Inhaling to rise my arms overhead. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Very nice. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling just as deeply. Good. Reconnecting with our intention as we resume the sun saddle on the inhale. And exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. And exhaling, left leg back. Coming up into that high lunge position. And this time bringing the left arm back. Good. So it's that high lunge with a twist. Good. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and exhaling, bringing the arms down to frame the front foot. Bring the front foot to the back for a downward dog. Inhaling, rolling forward into plank. You can take knees, chest, and chin here, or you can take chaturanga if you prefer. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg going high. Exhale, stepping it through, keeping that right knee raised for a high lunge, and then bring that right arm back on the twist. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and then exhaling with control, framing the front foot, bringing the back foot to meet it, hanging over in a nice forward fold. I invite you to deepen the breath here. Noticing the change in the body with a deeper breath. And then arms rising overhead, hands meeting at the center. Very nice. We should be feeling the body as it moves. That's the goal here, is to connect with the body. And so noticing any changes. Is the heart beating faster? Am I moving with intention, or does it feel rushed? We want to bring our mind and body into some union. And so if you choose to move more quickly, that's great. If you'd like to slow down and reconnect with the breath, that's also fine. You're going to catch up either way with the downward dog shape. So take this at your pace. Inhale, arms rising overhead, and then exhaling to fold forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. And then exhaling, I'm sitting that right leg back again, there. And keeping that right knee lifted. Good. This time inhaling, just to bring the arms underneath the left knee. Just inhaling, just to feel that lift. So when you do that, you should notice where the lift's coming from. It's coming from the core, yeah? And then you can bring the arms up. So you'll notice that that's the part of the body that's lifting, yeah? Inhale deeply, low belly, mid belly and upper chest. And then framing the front foot, bringing the front foot to meet the back, downward facing dog. And rolling forward for chaturanga. Or knees, chest and chin, whichever you choose. Inhaling for up dog and exhaling for down dog. Inhaling, right leg goes high. Exhale, right leg through. And again, just bring those arms underneath that right knee and lifting, and just noticing when we get kind of locked, what engages. You know? There's that nice engagement of the core there. And one can then bring the body up into that high lunge, kind of aware of the muscles that are doing the work. And the goal with our practice today is to recenter and reground. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, and upper chest. And exhale, frame the front foot, bringing the back foot to meet it, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, reconnecting with our intention. Inhaling for the arms to go overhead And exhaling, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, left leg goes back. Keeping that left knee lifted, dropping the left hand to the ground so that the right arm can come open in that nice twist. Good. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, and the upper chest. And then exhaling to frame the front foot and bring it to the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. Rolling forward on the inhale. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale for an upward facing dog or belly cobra. Exhaling through for a downward facing dog. Inhaling to bring the right leg high, stepping it through and bringing it back. Inhale to bring the left leg high, stepping it through, keeping that right hand down to the mat so that the left arm can open up in the twist. Inhaling low belly, mid belly, and the upper chest. And then exhaling to frame the left foot and bringing the right leg to meet it in front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly and upper chest. And exhaling deeply. Inhale to raise the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Again, feeling the engagement of the body here. How is my mind in my body? How am I feeling with my yoga practice? So, inhaling for the arms to go high. And exhaling to fold forward. Inhale for that halfway lift. And I'm just going to take a chair pose here. So, I can see the toes in front of the line of the knees. And I can sit deeply into that chair. As long as I'm engaging that tailbone, I'm really opening the line of the chest, I can sit even more deeply and inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply. And inhaling deeply and exhaling to fold forward. Inhale for a halfway lift and then exhaling back into downward facing dog. And let's take 4 deep breaths here to arrive in downward facing dog. Inhaling my right leg going high, exhaling, stepping it through, bringing the left foot down to a 45-degree angle. And again, rising up with the core here to rise up and bring the arms overhead. Warrior one. Inhaling deeply, low belly into the upper chest. And on the exhale, perhaps heel toeing that right foot slightly more forward, keeping the right leg no more than that 90-degree angle. So that knee doesn't go beyond that straight line. That's the furthest it goes forward. But I can heel toe the feet to get a slightly deeper expression of the posture. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling, warrior two. Heel toeing the right foot to the midline, the heel of the right foot in line with the middle of the left foot. So that knee now coming out towards that right pinky toe. And again, not going beyond that straight angle down. We don't want to damage the knee. I'm making sure that my hips are in line with the shoulders. And I'm making sure that as I inhale, I'm doing so right the way into the upper chest. Looking out over that right middle finger. Inhaling to turn the hand and bring it up. So I'm bringing that hand up as if I were, again, kind of a very peaceful warrior here. Still keeping that bend in the right knee, focusing my gaze up on the middle right finger. Inhaling all the way into the upper chest, and again. And then with control on the exhale, framing the front foot, bringing it to back, downward facing dog. Taking a flow here if you choose, or I'll see you back in downward facing dog. There's no right way to do this. Simply following the instructions your body is giving you. Calling and responding. Inhaling with the left leg, rising and stepping through. Bring the right heel down at a 45-degree angle. And again, as I come up, being aware of the muscles that are doing the lifting there. Yeah? Again, I can heel toe that left foot further forward to give myself a deeper expression of warrior one, but ensuring that the hips are squared to the front of the mat, that the entire back leg is engaged, that back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, upper chest, and then exhaling down into warrior two. Left foot heel toe, so that the line of the left heel is coming into the midline of the right foot. And then I can kind of come nice and deeply
into that warrior two expression. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling. And once again. Inhaling to turn that left hand over. And again, I'm coming up into that peaceful warrior here. Nice and intentionally. Low belly breaths.
On the next exhale, cartwheeling those hands down, bringing the left foot to meet the right at the back of the mat, down facing dog, and choosing to take a flow if I want to, or not if I don't. Again, no right or wrong way to do yoga practice. It's your flow, take it at your pace. It's not like there's like one magic yoga flow. We're all breathing, we're all working our way through this. I'm inhaling to raise the left leg high and set it through between the hands. I'm inhaling to come up into warrior one.
And exhaling for warrior two. And inhaling for peaceful warrior. And then this time bringing the left arm down to the left knee or to a block so that I can get my right arm up in that nice twist on the inhale. Good. Bring the right arm over the body for extended side angle and breathing deeply. Low belly breaths all the way into the upper chest. Really feeling where is the body opening, where is the body perhaps not, and not judging. Just being aware and then bringing the right arm down between the legs so that we're in a nice side angle forward fold, right? So I'm facing the right side of the mat. And I'm inhaling for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhaling, just to bring the arms in the line inside. So my toes are pointing inwards, my heels slightly more out, just to protect the hamstrings. And I'm inhaling, and on the exhale, perhaps bringing the crown of the head to a block, or even to the mat if you're in that kind of flexible frame of mind. Inhaling deeply, and exhaling. Inhale. And exhaling. Very good. Inhaling for halfway lift, flat back. Bringing the hands to the front of the mat, and then bringing that front foot to the back, down facing dog. Taking a flow if you choose to take one, or not if you choose not to. In downward facing dog, bringing the right leg high. Bring the right leg through. Coming up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale for peaceful warrior. And exhale for knee to elbow. Or if you're using the block on the other side, as you were on the other, inhaling for that left arm to come up. Good. Exhale that left arm coming over for extended side angle. Inhaling deeply. And exhale. Again, notice where is the body yielding? Where is the body giving me strength? Just not judging anything, just noticing, connecting with our bodies. So all four corners of my left foot are really engaging here. Inhaling and exhaling. On that exhale, just bring the hand down. And again, I have the nice extended, this side angle forward fold here. So my toes facing in, my heels facing out. Inhaling for a halfway lift, and then exhaling to come over into the shape a little more deeply. Bring my elbows together between the legs, if possible. So they don't have to touch, but that's the line I'm trying for. So that I can potentially bring the crown of the head down to a block, or perhaps if I were to take a slightly wider stance, I could potentially bring the head to the mat. It's really your practice and your choice here. What we're seeking is that connection. So inhale deeply, and exhale. Inhaling deeply, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. On the inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, just walking those hands to the front of the mat to frame the right foot. And again, bringing that right foot to meet the left in a down facing dog. This is your chance for a flow,
Or if you want to just stay in downward dog, that's also cool. So if you're joining me for the flow, inhale to roll forward, then exhale for the chaturanga, inhaling for the upward dog, and exhaling over, downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, right leg going high. Exhale, stepping that right leg outside the line of the right foot, dropping that left knee and untucking that left toe. Good. Noticing here, now I sometimes bring a block here so that I can really open up the line of the chest. What we're trying to do here is get that nice bend in the lower back and the opening of the chest before we drop down into our lizard pose. So I'm inhaling, and then I'm coming down slightly into my lizard pose. Nice. I actually like to keep the chest open here, and I invite you to do what feels right for you to open up that right hip. Good. Inhaling nice and deeply, and exhaling. It's your body. You know what your body is calling for right now, and so I invite you to trust it. Inhaling, and exhaling. Next inhale, just bring those hands back to the ground. Bring the right leg up in a three-legged dog. And then I'm opening that right knee out behind me so that the right heel is in contact with the glute or close to it. And just taking some circles with that right foot just to open up the right hip a little. Taking the circles in the opposite direction. Bringing that foot down. And this time bringing the left leg high on the inhale. And stepping it outside the line of the left foot. Again, for that nice lizard shape. So I have the block underneath me to open the line of the chest. And that enables me to really get into the nice expression of this. The back toe untucked, back knee touching the ground. And if I choose to, I can come down to make that lizard slightly more a deeper expression. Or I can choose to stay elevated, which is giving me that nice opening in the left hip and really breathing into it so that I connect with the body. Nice. Bring the left leg up in a three-legged dog on the inhale, and then opening that left foot behind the line of the glutes and taking some circles with it. And in the opposite direction as well. And then bringing both feet down and down facing dog. This is the time to inhale forward. And if you wish to, take a flow. Or we can meet in downward facing dog. It's your choice, your practice. Inhaling left leg high, exhaling left leg steps through. Inhaling up into warrior one. Exhaling down into warrior two. Inhaling up, peaceful warrior. And on the exhale, I'm bringing the block outside the line of the leg on the left side, and I'm extending up into a half moon pose. Inhaling nice and deeply, really opening up the line of the chest, flexing that right foot, and just enjoying this unusual shape. Enjoying the fact that the body is saying, hello, what's this? Inhaling low belly all the way into the upper chest. And exhale, and again. And then the exhale, bring that right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Nice. Inhaling halfway lift, exhaling back into downward dog. Very nice. Inhaling let's see, where are we? What are we doing? We just went that way. So inhale, the right leg goes high. Exhale, step the right leg forward. And up into warrior one on the inhale. Exhaling warrior two. Inhaling peaceful warrior. And on the exhale, bring that right arm outside the line of the right foot. And coming down to the mat in a nice half moon pose. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale, let it go. One last very deep breath, low belly, all the way into the upper chest. And on the exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back down, facing dog. And take a flow here if you choose. Good. I'm walking the hands back now, just to meet the feet in the middle of the mat. So that I'm in a forward fold in the middle of the mat. Inhaling, arms rise overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reconnecting with our intention. Nice. I am going to take dancer pose. Just going to open this up just a touch so we can see the full expression. So the right arm going high. Bring the left arm to the inside of the left foot. So not the outside, but the inside of the left foot. Good. Making sure that there's enough room in front of me so that when I come forward, I'm not running out of room. Now inhaling to come high and extend. So that right arm really stretching out the spine, really feeling the length here. And then exhaling to come forward. I'm rocking at the hips so that that right arm is coming forward. And I'm really kicking now into my left hand and left arm. If I look back, I can see the line of that left arm. And now I'm looking up and open. Oops. Nice. Dancer pose. Inhaling and exhaling to kick slightly more into that. For really feeling that line at the back and the opening. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhaling with control to come back up before releasing the leg. Yeah. Nice. Dancer pose is a lovely, flexible pose, but it's important you take it at your pace and your breathing. Same the other direction. So I'm bringing my weight into my left foot here, and I'm bringing that right knee into the inside of the hand. So again, I'm holding the inside of my right foot. Inhale, arm rising up. Really bringing that spine in towards the navel in towards the spine, and then kicking and flexing forward, right, moving the hinge here is the hip. So, inhaling to go on and exhaling to kick into that right foot and come on. Now I can bring the gaze to the right foot if I choose, just to open, notice the opening. And you can keep that left foot bent, the left leg bent, or straightening it out. The key here is how much are you kicking into that right hand to really open up the shape. That's where we get the balance from. That and the breath. Inhale deep, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. Exhale, and again. And then with control, coming up and releasing. Bring the hands to the heart center. Very nice. Very nice. Dancing. Hope you enjoyed that. So, hands to heart center. I'm inhaling to rise up, and I'm exhaling to come forward into forward fold here. Very nice. We just opened the chest up a little bit, so I'm going to bring the hands underneath the line of the feet here, keeping a bend in the knees if necessary. Just using the elbows to bring the spine down further towards the mat. Breathing as I do so. Good. Bringing the feet to slightly wider than hip widths apart so that I can bring the glutes down. Yogi squat. The yogi squat is a delightful posture to take. It's one of my favorites, but if you don't like it, that's cool too. My heels manage to come down to the ground. Some folks' heels stay lifted, that's all good. If you want to bring a block under the glutes for support, that's totally cool. I like to do it because it gives me a nice lift. And it means I can really open the chest. The solar plexus really touching the thumbs here. And inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, and upper chest. And again. This time bringing the right hand down to the mat. And that means I can open the left arm up. on the inhale, and then I can also, if I choose to, bring the hands to clasp in a bind behind that right knee, so they open up that left shoulder slightly towards the left. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, and upper chest. And exhale. Bringing the hands back down to the midline, and go in the opposite direction. Yes. Nice opening of that right shoulder. Nice bind behind the left knee. And releasing into yogi squat. Very nice. Inhaling deeply, low belly, mid belly, upper chest. And then exhaling just to bring the glutes to the ground. That's right. So, are we still thinking about celebrities? Or are we contacting our own celebrity, our own sense of being famous in our own universe? Inhaling to rise these arms up overhead as I retain flexing those toes, and then exhaling to fold forward. So I'm folding forward from the pelvis here, and just enjoying that Paschimottanasana, the forward fold. Inhale to lift, exhale to lengthen. Rooting down through the glutes and the backs of the legs, and really rising up, I guess through the elbows, almost. Sort of lengthening situation going on. Inhale, exhale, and again. Good. Coming back up to the midline here, and I'm just bringing the soles of the feet down, rolling back onto the mat. I'm bringing a block in between the legs here, just in between the knees, and bringing the soles, backs of the feet to the back of the, so they can be brushed with my middle fingers, so that as I press down into the feet, I can inhale to lift the hips up for a bridge pose. The reason I'm ripping that block between the legs is just to make sure that the knees don't splay out. Inhaling nice and deeply all the way into the upper chest here. I'm really feeling the engagement of that lower back. One more deep breath. On the exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the block over to the left side of the mat, and then just hugging those knees in towards the chest and rolling around a little bit on the mat. Just feeling the spine releasing and kind of going in the opposite direction, the one we were just in. Very nice. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, let it go. Good. Just bringing the soles of the feet back to the ground and bringing them up to the balls of the feet so that I can bring them over to the left side, keeping that right shoulder in contact with the mat for a nice deep releasing stretch of the spine there. Inhaling deeply, lower belly all the way into the upper chest. And exhale, letting it go. Inhaling from the lower belly all the way into the upper chest. Letting it go. Looking over the line of that right shoulder, just to feel the depth of that stretch. And bringing the legs back up to the midline on the inhale. Let the body settle for a moment before inhaling to hop the legs up and bring them over to the right. Looking over the left shoulder, hips over to the left, knees to the right. Inhaling deeply, low belly into the upper chest. Exhaling, oh yes. Good. On the inhale, bringing the knees back up to the midline and just windshield wiping those feet and the legs a little bit to loosen off those hips. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to take this inversion here, just bringing my glutes towards the wall so that I can bring the feet up the wall,
I'm going to take 10 deep breaths in, feet up the wall, and I invite you to join me. Good. Bringing the legs back down to the mat and finding ourselves back in line on the mat now. Very nice. Just kind of finding the body aligning itself back on the mat now. That inversion taking care of us. And I don't know about you, but I fancy one last hug. So I'm going to hug the knees into the chest. And then I'm taking Happy Baby. Just open the hip line. Breathing deeply. Very nice. And I think I fancy a 10-minute Shavasana today. So legs out in front of us. Let's bring the hands up the line of the back just to bring the back of the skull to the mat. Just finding ourselves very comfortable and releasing everything on the mat. I'll take 10 minutes with you and then I'll come bring us out of it. So enjoy this 10-minute Shavasana. Enjoy being the celebrity in your own life.
So just inhaling now to bring the breath slightly more deeply into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers or the toes, maybe taking a stretch overhead. And then rolling to the left or right side in a fetal position. And just taking a moment in that posture, just to arrive back in space. Then a nice flow, a nice long shavasana. So inhaling with control and using the hand to press up into a closing seat. I'm lucky that the sun appears to be shining in here and kind of bringing my practice with you to a nice conclusion here today. Let's inhale, hands to heart center, and exhale for Om. Thanks for joining me. I'm no longer starstruck by the celebrities out on the street, and I really appreciate you joining me today. There's more of these at mattdavisyoga.com. Take it easy.